Hey y'all, this is Tyler Blake from Exo Whips, and I'm just going to do a couple of videos on a couple of different whips I have here. This is an exosnake. I haven't gotten, actually no, this might be the first customer order I've had for one of these. I did one for myself a couple of years ago, and I've had it up on the website for a while. But this was also the first time I tried out this particular pattern, and this was inspired by a pattern that my friend Rhett Kelly uses from cowwhips.com, and y'all probably heard of him. But he does what he calls a coral snake pattern with black and red and neon yellow. And so I had been wanting to try something like that. My customer wanted black and gray and neon yellow, and this probably won't show up really well in this light, but you have, like gray, yellow, black, yellow, and the yellow forms rings that go all the way around. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. My customer lives in a very small apartment, and in the winter is going to be doing a lot of indoor cracking. So he asked for, he wanted a short whip and a short fall so that he could keep up with the practice. And at first, he asked for like a 6-inch fall, and I thought, gosh, I don't know if that'll work, but it actually works pretty well. Especially, and now that I've tried it, I can see the value of that for a really cramped space. There have been some times when I've done videos on a customer's whip where I'm like, I think I can do this without hitting the ceiling. And sometimes, I live in Western Washington here, and the weather sucks from about the end of October till, kind of early June, mid-June, depending on how things go, sometimes into July. So it's kind of cool to have, if you have a small indoor space, some people are lucky and they have, access to a school or something where they can get out their 8-foot whips and have a ton of fun. But for those of us that don't have access to a lot of indoor space like that, this is a good idea, I think. So I'm grateful to my customer for that. So I'm just going to do a couple of quick cracks and I'll move on to the next video. Oh, and by the way, this is a 3.5-foot exosnake, and so as an exosnake, there's no stiff handle in here. It's basically a snake whip with my exo whip carapace and a little bit of grapevine surface there. So and I do binding on the inside of the snake whips so that it doesn't have a real wet noodly feel. So that's that's pretty stiff for a snake. Especially the grapevine surface helps with that too. So you have the flexibility and storability of a snake, and this will break in more, but that gives it some leverage too, so that, whoops, let me try that again. The first snake whip I ever made, I never would have been able to do like a volley or an arrowhead with. On the other hand, when I first made a snake whip, I couldn't do those cracks. but seriously, they, having that, a little bit stiffer in there helps to be able to do some of the different fun combinations. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.